Hey everyone, the Sustainable Mama here, and it's Friday. It's exciting. It's Good Friday, so it's Easter weekend, and on Sunday we celebrate Resurrection Sunday, the day that Christ rose from the grave and defeated death, and now we all have life and a chance to live eternally with God in heaven, and that's incredible. It's incredible the work that Christ did. It's beautiful. I can't think of a more beautiful way for God of the universe, for God of all things, to have interacted with his creation than to come down as a man and die a very brutal and painful death, so that way we may live with him. It's amazing. So, and it's truly beautiful. But God's been doing something interesting in my life. He's been showing me that I have not been very graceful, and I've not been very kind to some people in my life, and just in general that I haven't been watching my tongue. So I was reading through the book of James, which is my favorite book. And it was a good reminder because there's so many verses in here that talk about the tongue and taming the tongue. So let's take a look at a few verses. Okay, again, this is the book of James. And in chapter 1, verse 19, it says, "Everyone should be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry." And that's something I need to work on, is becoming quick to listen and slow to speak, because I speak too quickly sometimes, and I'm not paying attention to what I'm saying or thinking about it. And then it's like, oh, I shouldn't have said that. Like, that wasn't very nice. So that's definitely something I need to work on. The next one says, it's verse 26 of chapter 1. See if this focuses. "If anyone considers himself religious and yet does not keep a tight rein on his tongue, he deceives himself, and his religion is worthless." So what a good reminder for me to tame my tongue. Then chapter 3, verse 5 says, "Likewise, the tongue is a small part of the body, but it makes great boast." And it goes on to say that even though it's a small part of the body, it can bring great destruction on our lives and our souls. So definitely another thing to watch the tongue. And chapter 3, verse 9. I'm sorry, this is taking a while to focus. Focus. There we go. "With the tongue we praise our Lord and Father, and with it we curse men who have been made in God's likeness. Out of the same mouth comes praise and cursing. My brothers, this should not be." Then the next one is chapter 4, verse 11. "Brothers, do not slander one another." And that was something I was doing, is some of the people I was speaking against are fellow Christians, and I shouldn't be slandering my fellow Christians. I should be lifting them up and encouraging them. And instead of being an encourager, I've been, unfortunately, I've been someone of discouragement, and I don't want to be that way anymore. And it's been really hard to see, as though there's been some tears shed and some apologies made to friends of mine. But I'm not going to be that woman anymore. So, and then this is chapter 5, verse 9. "Don't grumble against each other, brothers, or you will be judged." And then chapter 5, verse 12. "Above all, my brothers, do not swear, not by heaven or earth or by anything else. Let your yes be yes and your no be no, or you will be condemned." And that was something that my husband told me, like kind of taught me when we were dating. Is I said something like, I asked him if he promised or whatever, and he was like, I don't like to say I promise or anything. Just like to think of the verse, let your yes be yes and your no be no. And that was good to hear, because I think sometimes we search for like greater than a yes or greater than a no, like, or most likely greater than a yes, like, I promise I will never do that. But that's not even like, or I swear I'll never do that. It's like, you don't have to go to that extent, because if you just say yes, I'll do it, then you should mean it and do it. You don't have to, there isn't anything beyond yes. But live in such a society where we don't follow through with our words and our promises, and a lot of times that happens in marriage. We say to death do us part, and yes, I do, I will love you forever, but a few years later it's like, nah, I don't really love you anymore, or, well, I found somebody else, and that's never good. But anyways, so that's such a good reminder, is let your yes be yes and your no be no, and just be a person of your word. Let your word be your bond, and just do what you say, so that's really good. So those are just some things that God's really working on me on, and some verses in the book of James that address that. So anyways, I hope you have a great Easter weekend, a great Resurrection Sunday. And what are your plans? What are you guys up to? Today we don't shop for new clothes often, especially not for our son or myself. I like to buy secondhand stuff. Don't like to support corrupt companies. But today we're gonna buy my son a brand new suit, so that'll be fun. And then Sunday just hanging out with family, doing church, and then going to my parents' house, and yeah, so it should be fun. But anyways, hope you have a great weekend, and I will see you next week. Thanks for watching. Oh, and if you haven't already, click the subscribe button up there in the corner so you can see all my videos and get a news feed of what I'm up to on YouTube and any uploads I've done. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.